Hello there everybody, welcome back to another Train Sim World 6 video. This is part 2 of our run in the castle set HST from Exeter to Plymouth. We are currently at Totnes and we're ready to go, so let's get the door shut. And we are running about a minute behind schedule. Ivybridge is our next stop. Let's get going. There's the IET there, which as mentioned at the end of the last video, which I've just recorded, they used to be the mainstay. Hang on, no, the HSTs used to be the main train on the route, and then these trains replaced them. Pretty cool to see though, the HST and the IET together. So that train took over this train. Has anyone actually found a service where you pull over at Totnes to allow another train to pass on the fast? That'd be quite cool to do. Right, we begin our climb over the sort of main bank, sort of steeper bank. What is that? This one feels like the steeper bank, as in hill, steeper hill. So full power, although saying that we still have to wait for the train to come off of the 25 limit behind us, which is a bit annoying. And go. I feel like we lost the speed so quickly there. We're going to probably struggle up here a bit. That's just we're only a short HST, aren't we? Yeah, look at this, straight up. Literally out on S, up we go. I mean, just imagine this in the Steam days. Oh my god, that must have been... like, oh, are we going to make it? Are we going to make it? And then on the other side, when you go down, it's like, are we going to stop in time? And so once we get past Ivybridge, you then drop down really steeply, literally off the face of the earth, down into Plymouth. And I suppose our brake test for going down the other side will be coming into Ivybridge, really. As I suppose you're probably, well, I'd imagine you're taught to test the brakes before you then drop down the hill the other side. I know for sure over here in the southeast, when drivers go down Falmer Bank, which is from Falmer to Lewis, they do a little brake test sort of within Falmer Tunnel, just to sort of make sure the brakes are all working for sort of the descent down. So I'd imagine there's probably something similar along here. So this part of the route is easy. It's 60 miles an hour the whole time until we get to the sort of the top of where we then drop down and it goes to 80. It's a very sort of easy part of the route, which is why I recommend trying this route HUDless. You will enjoy it. It's really good fun. I mean, even if you're sort of more of a casual player, just chilling out. If you're doing a non-stop run. From say Newton Abbot all the way to Plymouth, you can't really go wrong. Keep it at 60, you got to watch out for the 55, speed up to 80, down the hill, 60, and then just sort of gradually slow down for Plymouth. Not much can go wrong. I still wish that we had some hardware for this game which worked on console. Like, imagine sort of a power brake controller or a brake and throttle stick which worked on console. That would be amazing. Well, sorts of things like that you probably have to go through Sony and stuff to make it something official. I don't know, yeah, that's good. Has anyone sort of managed to somehow build their own hardware for this game which works on console? So I suppose you'd probably... I mean, Matt at the moment, the executive producer of Train Sim World, he's doing a stream right now as I'm recording this, which is called for a charity called Special Effects, who make like custom controllers for those who can't use these sorts of controllers. So I suppose you'd have to set all the key binds for that sort of stuff. So I wonder if it would be possible to sort of make hardware for this game somehow, sort of like a custom controller, which is, well, like one of the sticks here. And Ivybridge is probably the more scary station on this route, because it's sort of on a bit of a, well, I think it's on a corner for both sides you sort of approach it from. So my marker for Ivybridge is going to be, there's like a factory or like a funnel. It's got a big funnel or chimney to it. Once we see that, we'll start slowing down for Ivybridge, because that's a station which you can easily blow past, because it's got a short platform and it's a little bit hidden, and we don't get announcements in the HST, so they can't really help us. It's Ivybridge and Plymouth, although it's going to take about half an hour. So it's a long old stretch. As part one sort of saw us do the main part of the route, the bit you think of when you think of the South Devon / Riviera line, you think of that coastal section along the Dawlish seawall. This bit is like, oh yeah, that bit. We're sort of on that bit. Oh yeah, that bit to Plymouth. Over the hills. Well, it's still pretty though. Cool. And you've got to be quite careful. I mean, whereas the bit along the seawall's obviously understandably flat or flattish, this bit is quite the opposite. You've really got to keep an eye on your speed and on the gradient, so it can quite easily slip away and you'll be speeding. So you've got to be very careful. It's been, what, 7 minutes already? So it should be about another sort of 7 or so minutes and we'll be at Ivybridge. It's from Ivybridge to Plymouth, it never feels that long. So it's a bit faster. It feels a bit faster. Also, so far we actually haven't had any temporary speed restrictions. So I wonder if somewhere along here we will find one. Last time I said that, I think on the 150 video, we had like a TSR like straight after, and it was like, oh, well, that was good timing. Yeah, will we get a temporary speed restriction? Because I wonder, I suppose there's probably, I think there's only what one on a route at a time, so that could be down, that could be on the painting branch, but maybe potentially. But I think there's always one somewhere. Even if you have it set to like low, I think there's always going to be one somewhere, a TSR. Right, I can see buildings popping up. It's like, do we need to slow down? Do we need to slow down? Have we missed our marker? Because it would be quite unfortunate if we had, because we will go through Ivybridge. Yeah, if we miss our marker, we're going to go through it. We won't stop in time. Yeah, what I'm looking out for, there's a factory or some. It looks like some sort of industrial building. I thought, oh, that's a tree. No, that's not it. I thought I could see the funnel coming up, or chimney / funnel. Lovely part of the UK. Got a crossover here. Sure, that's got a name to it. So the first time we did this Hudless, I thought that was going to be sort of on the approach to Ivybridge, as quite often you will have a crossover just outside of a station, but no. A couple of viaducts here. See, the scenery along this part of the route feels very much like West Cornwall Local, which is the route from Penzance to St Austell. Quite an old route now in the game, and not really a good one either. Yeah, the scenery on this bit is very similar to that, but better because this is a newer route. Really hope we see that route modernised. I think that would do quite well if they modernised that. West Cornwall local. So it's currently set in the 90s. But if you modernised it, you've got the 802, 150, 166. So much you could then pop onto there. It's a long old service though when you think about Cardiff to Penzance. I mean that's, what was it, from Penzance to Plymouth I think it's about 2 hours. And then well Plymouth to Exeter's what, another hour, so that's 3 hours already just sort of getting out of the West Country. 3 hours. Well, let's break on a little. Now from Exeter to Bristol it's about another hour I think. So that's then 4 hours already, and then to Cardiff, what from Bristol's what, 45 minutes or so? So a 4.5, 5 hour journey, which I think is every hour it runs. So it's a long old journey. Right, I've got to sort of pay attention now, as I don't think we're going to be too far. Oh, there's a TSL coming up. I don't think we're that far off now, and it's like, oh god, I don't want to miss it. As a marker for the 40 will be ages away, yeah. The boards are really far from, well, there's the warning ones are far off the TSR. So this bit here is just like, oh, it feels like you're coming into Ivybridge, and there it is. There's the funnel / chimney. So I'd imagine the TSI is probably, yeah, just outside of Ivybridge, which means we have to slow down anyway. So good. So that's my marker there. That chimney, funnel. As we go past that, you then go under 2 bridges, and then you come around the left-hand corner, and that's where Ivybridge is. Yeah, there it is. At the clay place, sort of a factory or whatever. Slowing down for that 40. That's probably still quite a while off. So this will delay us even further, which is sort of like, I know it doesn't sound like a good thing being late, but it's sort of cool just to have those random events in the game. What was it? 3 bridges. There's one. We slowed right down anyway. We're going to about 35 now. Wherever that here it is here. And there's Ivybridge. That's 3 bridges. And there's the T for terminate, sort of termination, terminate. That's where the temporary limit ends. You'll be very careful winter here because it's quite a short platform. And I have no idea where our stop marker is going to be. We'll probably have to stop on the IET one if there is one. It's not the longest of platforms. It's a bit scary going into it, so try not to overshoot. And you're going uphill here as well. Yeah, we'll stop on the IET board. Now that, I'd say it was a pretty decent stop. Don't lie, it's not nice, this is such a short platform. This is Ivybridge. Do you fit in fully? Oh, we do. Oh, hang on, do we? Yeah, you do fit in fully. Oh, that's good. Only still a minute late, so that's not too bad. Actually, the TSR would have... towards the TSR didn't really do much, really. So we had to slow down anyway. It's busy, isn't it? It's like the whole town's getting on the train. Oh, the next one's at 10:17. Oh, okay. Alright, come on. Alright, guards blowing the way. There's loads of people getting on. See the service pattern here. So Cardiff, a couple of ones to Paddington there. There's a bit. It goes to every 2 hours. People taking that forever to get on. Come on. Right, closing the doors. Now we have to do a hill start here. Well, it says we're going downhill. Not sure about that. Right, forward. Brakes to step 1. Apply some power. And take the brakes off. Should then start rolling forward, hopefully. There we go. Yeah, definitely a hill start there. So we're going downhill, but I think so. Out of Ivybridge we go. That was quite a nice successful stop, that. I'm impressed with that. That'll do. Hopefully it's all working fine. Yeah, sometimes my capture card can't catch up to the screen or whatever. Seems to be alright. Well, that's Ivybridge. Done and dusted. So next up is Plymouth. In about sort of another 15 minutes or so. It's nice though, it's nice along here. Although I will be honest, I've been, well, now we've been on this route a fair bit, I have now looked at it for sort of the different services, and it's just like, is there anything that's sort of 20 minutes, half hour? Because all of the services are quite long on here. I mean, the ones just down to Paynton from Exeter, they're 45 minutes. And then, well, these ones are 1 hour plus. So you don't really get any services below 45 minutes. Unless you want to count part 1 and part 2 services. But I don't think they really count. There's a HST. Like the ones which will go from Exeter to Dawlish Warren, sit there for 7 minutes, and then it becomes part 2. Yeah, so service variety wise, I mean, you get to go to the different places, but time wise, it's like, yeah, 45 minutes to an hour to complete a service on here. So you have to have sort of a bit of time to come and drive on this route. Hence the reason why I split this video into 2, because now we're sort of out of oh, it's new. I've sort of split it into 2, as it is quite a long run. And then after this, I'm probably going to go potentially go and do Dresden, Leipzig. Do some of that. Cool. Just looking at my PC and the internet connection, it's at 2 bars. What's that all about? Next, my PC is sort of at the opposite end of where I live to where the router is, which I mean isn't actually that far, but it sort of, yeah, the signal strength is not great at the moment for whatever reason. And I can't get one of those pass-through cables either, because I've already used all the plugs up with extension cables. And with the pass-through for internet, basically pass-through internet is where you'll plug something in to a wall near the router with a LAN cable from that to the back of the router, and then you'll then plug something else in so next to your PC, and then have the LAN cable running into the PC. But there's not enough plugs, and you can't have pass-through on extension cables, as extension cables aren't designed to carry data. It's all a bit confusing. Although for the PlayStation I've got like a Wi-Fi range extender. As the PlayStation Wi-Fi antenna is pants, or whatever it uses. Right, we should be coming up to the 80 shortly, which is exciting. Ah, where are we? There we are. Let's sort of, yeah, straight down the hill into Plymouth. Still not been into Lara Depot yet. Was it Lara Depot? One of those. Still not been into that yet. Not that it's probably that exciting, but still be cool to go into the depot. As you've got Exeter Depot and also, yeah, Lara Depot, where the IETs go into and the voyages at the end of the day. I still want to know, I haven't seen any comments yet, for the Great Western drivers who run this route in real life, what are the bases and what do the routes sign? There's definitely a depot at Plymouth, because you've got the big depot there. So yeah, if you're a Plymouth driver, or if you know of Plymouth driver diagrams, where do Plymouth drivers sign? And when I say sign, that means basically what routes do they drive? It must be Penzance, Exeter, and then all the branch lines. I assume it must be that. Up to 80. So now we drop off the face of the earth and go really steep downhill. So if you're coming up this gradient, you will feel it. It's very steep. So we'll take the power off at 70 and then let it roll up to near enough 80. Probably should have actually done. Actually, let's do that now. I mean, it's a bit late for it, but we'll do a little brake test now. Yeah. Let's see what the next distance marker is, then we'll be able to work out how far we've gone so far. It's coming out of Exeter, I think it was like 193 miles, which I assume is measured from London Paddington. Or one of the stations in London. What's this one here? 240. Can't be that far, can it? We haven't gone that far. Maybe not. Does that mean we've gone 47 miles? Well, we've not gone that far. I doubt it's in kilometres. 47 kilometres. I'm not too sure. No, unless it is in kilometres, but I mean that would be a bit weird. And if they're old markers, yeah, not sure. That can't be in miles. Like 193 out of Exeter to 240 here. I don't think it's that far. I think it's about 40 miles. 47 miles. I'm not even at Plymouth yet. Not sure. Unless they are weirdly in kilometres. But then saying that Great Western did sort of, well, I mean, originally this was an atmospheric railway, then it was broad gauge, now it's standard gauge, and then I think for Great Western steam trains, the drivers were on the opposite side of the, they were on the right hand side of the cab. So Great Western have done some interesting things in the past, so potentially that it's in kilometres. Unless it's not in kilometres or miles. I want it for a 60 there. No, it wouldn't be in chains. So that would be, well, massive numbers. Well, we're currently doing 55. We actually didn't get up to 80 on that section. Sort of after that brake test, we sort of just lingered around sort of 70. Here's a 60. And then we then sort of follow the estuary, or sort of, we got the estuary. What's the river here? The River Plymouth? The mouth of the River Ply? I'm probably saying that wrong. in chat, I know some of you last time were like, it's not the River Exy, the River X. So what's the river? The River Ply? I don't know. River Ply? Ply? I don't know. So you got a BP garage there, or BP petrol station. Well, this is fun, and we're almost at Plymouth. Here's Lara Depot coming up. Or Lara Depot. Actually, oh, that's exciting. That's a DLC opportunity. In real life, Great Western actually are taking on some Class 175s, which Transport for Wales binned off. So I wonder if in future we could see a 175 on this route. Well, they'd have to. Well, I think it near. Let's have a look. What date is this one set? 2024. Yeah, so they probably could. Yeah, you probably could get away with it in 175s on here. That would be quite cool. In future, obviously once they're up and running. But I think they are based at Plymouth. Which are the Caradias? Which are the same family as like the 180. Yeah, that would be quite cool. Looking forward to seeing what they're like in Great Western green. Also, another DLC you could potentially do for this is probably a Class 158 in Great Western green. With the little weird free coach ones they do. You got the warning for the 25, or the 25 starts quite a way. It starts quite, yeah, I think it's after the tunnel that 25 starts. There's the 55. No. I was thinking as we're a HST that we have to follow the loco speeds, but no. I think these you can follow the multiple unit speeds. Platform 4, now I think that's the main platform, so you can stay at 25 coming into that, you don't have to slow down anymore. I think some of the Voyager services which terminate here will be brought into the, was it platform 3? Or one's over to the right hand side, so you have to slow down coming into the station even more. Well, welcome to Plymouth, everybody. That's sort of the far end of the line. As I feel like most people will probably be doing the bit down to Paynton, but this bit exists. There's a Voyager in there, Cucumber as well. In fact, we actually haven't got any photos, have we? Let's get one coming into Plymouth. Right at Journey's End. So we've actually forgot to take any photo. Yeah, we forgot to take photos of the train. Hey ho. So again, we'll sort of look for the 6 coach stop marker. Unless there is a HST car stop, but considering there hasn't been at any of the stations, I doubt there is at this one. Oh, there is that. Is the big one down the end, isn't it? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 marker. That's where we'll go. Well, here we are. This is Plymouth. One day, maybe we'll be able to continue the journey onto the Cornish main line to Penzance. That Would be cool. One day. Right, there we go. Railway service to Plymouth.
Calling at Devon Port, Dockyard.
Slow one, isn't it?
St. Budo Ferry, Saltage.
There we go. And arriving just a couple of minutes late. Blame the TSR.
Lost Widian, Park, St. Austell.
Yeah, so yeah, it looks a bit funny, doesn't it? The lighting and stuff. But that should hopefully be sorted once Great Western Express Remaster comes out. Oh, 51 miles. Maybe it was then. Oh, I thought it was about 40 miles. Or 45 miles. So probably, yeah, 47 miles was about right. Yeah. Yeah, I didn't realise it was 51. I was thinking, in my head, I was thinking, yeah, about 40, 45 miles from Exeter to Plymouth. But no, 51 miles. Almost 52 miles. So yeah, those markers are correct. They are in miles. That was a perfect run. Probably a couple of minutes late, but that's alright. Hopefully everyone's enjoyed it. Links can be found in... Oh, actually, hang on. Someone commented... I think it was for this route. But looking at the layers. So let's quickly do that. So we've not really shown that. So all of the different trains you can get on the Riviera line. So I've got every single DLC installed. Well, apart from some of the US ones, but they're not going to layer onto the UK routes. So once it loads us out, which always say it's the longest amount of time. Well, literally, it'll take longer to load out than it is to load in. It's like, make that make sense. I'm sure there's some good explanation, but anyway, these are all of the layers. Well, I mean, obviously included with the route, you get the 150 and the 802, and then deluxe is the Voyager. But all of the other trains are the ones which come onto this route. So that one there comes from West Coast Mainline Overshap. That's from West Cornwall Local. The 158 from Midland Mainline. The HST and 166 from Great Western Express. 40 from Northern Transpennine BR Heavy Freight Pack. The Special 47 from the Athena Simulations 47 pack. The other one from Blackpool Branches. 52 from Diesel Legends as well as West Somerset. The 66 from, I think that one, there's a certain route that one comes from. Is it Southeastern or East Coast Mainline? One of them. And then you get the Jubilee from Peak Forest, Flying Scotsman from, well, the Flying Scotsman, and then the Stania from Peak Forest as well. But yeah, that is going to be it. Oh, and these are all the HST services. So you've got a fair few on there. More so empty runs. And then you've got the different variants, although I'm pretty certain they're all just the same. But hopefully everyone's enjoyed it. Links usual places, Discord, PayPal, merch store, as well as our affiliate link for the lovely UK departure boards. It's a new affiliate link as well. Apart from that, see you all and take care. Bye guys.